So, young men and women, let me take you about 3 decades back. The year was 1997, and we were in final years of BTech Computer Science course in IIT Roorkee. That time, nobody knew about cybercrime much, but we had some idea about internet and computer-related problems. So, in a nondescript, almost cramped classroom in IIT Roorkee, we were trying to grapple with the first computer-related problem of our lives. It was Y2K problem. The Y2K problem was assumed to be a massive problem which will stop all the computers of the world. The railways would stop midway, the flights may crash, the banking system may come to a grinding halt, and this was the momentous occasion. So somehow, out of some research, I stuck my neck out and said that computers have an inherent intelligence and they will go into default mode and nothing will happen because of this Y2K problem. Right now, cyber criminals introduce a malware on Friday. Just like other employers or employees, they take Saturday, Sunday off and then come back again on office on Monday to see the effects of that malware. How many people have been scammed? For instance, when I put my own Gmail account user ID on the darknet, it shows 26 places where my password and other credentials are available on the surface net or darknet. So you can also do this exercise and see how many places your own password is there without your knowledge. So this is the scale of the problem. Now we come to it, how we deal with this problem. And the cyber hygienic behavior can save your life, can save your lifetime earning, or it can even save your reputation on the net. So one of the cases that you might have thought about was about deepfake. Now this deepfake technology has the potential to harm the reputation of anyone, but our latest tools and technology now identify this and certify which human eye can't distinguish between deepfake and the real video. And not only that, by use of successful tracking of IP addresses, we can even apprehend and arrest the criminal behind it. Now in real life, we don't let our children even talk to strangers. But in multi-gaming platform, they are not even talking, they are chatting, they are even exchanging files, even exchanging money on the internet with strangers who could be predators, who could be scamsters, and who would not even hesitate to call for nudes or even objectionable material. My advice to you, internet never forgets, internet never forgives. So beware before you put any material on the internet. Parents should make sure that for young children with impressionable minds, they should have parental guidance software on their children's phone so that they know exactly what their children are watching and doing on information superhighway. You don't trust anybody on the internet because in internet, your worst enemies could be your best friends. Now we come back to year 1997. So what a transformation I have realized that in 3 decades, our lives have totally changed. But are we adopting cyber hygienic behavior? This we have to learn because with every technology, we have to master it and use it for productive purposes. And the only way to do it is through cyber hygienic behavior. So now I come to the last part of this talk. Very interesting. This is for educational purposes. Don't try this at home, please. So we are trying to demonstrate how the scammers work. So first is our deepfake demonstration. And our Honorable Vice Principal Madam is saying something but how it can be deviated to mean something else and harm her reputation. Please, can you demonstrate it? Yeah, first we'll show the original video.
Vice Principal of Utpashalli Tobal School and Prabhavati Badamshi Soni International Junior College. They are a K-12 school in Juhu, Mumbai. The aim and the purpose of the school is to imbibe good, proper culture.
Now the deepfake video where she becomes an investment scammer, probably, or something else.
Brought an offer for you. Guaranteed higher returns with no risk. Those who invest early will definitely receive higher profits. Join our Telegram channel Market Profit Hub and stay ahead in the market with daily stock updates, trading strategies and investment tips. Thank you.
Whenever we buy a new device like a phone, etc., we always put a strong, robust password. But for CCTVs, we are totally lackadaisical. Please beware that CCTVs also have to be taken care of. So one must know the complexity, robustness and strength of the password before putting it. So now, before I end, you have been a very patient audience. I would like you to become my cyber warriors. Now I end this presentation. Thank you for being a wonderful audience.